you know what? You also honor the female libido because you've got us all stirred up. As I mentioned, my kind sir, the people were swarming around. Well, what time do you have Milo? It's like, okay, simmer down, cat.
Okay.
Right? But, you know, of course, we've seen you in Heroes. We've seen you in the Gilmore Girls. And you were heartthrobs and all of those things.
I think I was younger, though. I hadn't quite crossed over and like, wow, this guy's man.
Yeah, exactly. Man.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you talked a little bit about that in some interviews that I checked out with you that said that, you know, you had such the baby face. You're pretty, very pretty.
Thank you.
Classically beautiful man then. And you were also very lanky of sorts.
Yeah.
And you had to get your man body together to match up with the man face. You got it all together, baby.
Yeah, thank you.
To tell you.
Thank you, baby.
It's all coming together.
I finally made it.
You made it.
Yeah, no, I really believe that the role of Jack came at the right time and just where I am as a man. I'm turning 40 this year, and yeah, kind of, let's say, like my midsection filled out to meet my shoulder width. But I think there was a certain perception that I had to life that kind of shifted when I got into my late 30s, where I just saw things differently.
Yeah.
You know, and I think there is a certain physical maturity that happens, but then there's an actual application to life.
Yes.
You know, you slow down, you look at things differently, you try and understand that, you know, like I always say, I'm not young enough to think that I know everything.
Right.
You
exactly.
know?
It's true.
Yeah, and and I think, you know, that kind of intellectual approach toward age, it changes as you get older, and I think I finally caught up with myself. It's like I grew into my ears.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. And you're much more measured as you get older, right? Like you don't just fly off the handle for any good reason. Because I could, you know, I have a very diverse kind of background, and I used to work with a lot of rap artists, and I would travel overseas with them and things like that. And I always said, you know, I'm so thankful I did that in my 30s versus in my 20s, because I would have fucked every single one of them in my 20s. I would have. But by the time I got to my 30s and started doing those trips, I was able to be like, that's so sweet, darling. Now you go to your room, because I'm not up for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So do you think that this kind of rip run, because of course, like I said, you were on other hit shows, but this is your breakout role. You acknowledge that, yes?
Thank you. Yeah.
It's the breakout moment.
Yes, I'll just say, it's with the other jobs that I'd done, you know, from Gilmore Girls in my mid-20s to Heroes in my late 20s and 30s to this, I felt like that was all entertainment. It was just entertainment. This is important work.
Yes.
I feel like 21 years into the business, I feel like I'm just getting started. Now is when the real work happens.
Yes.
When you're seeing, I don't know, it's a different side. So I do acknowledge that now the time has really come to do the work, and I've lost the juvenile tendencies, as we call them. I know where some of my friends would say, God, man, if I was in your shoes.
Right, exactly. You'd be going to town.
Yeah, really going to town and probably ending up in jail or a hospital bed or something. But it's a different approach to life nowadays, you know.